Okay, so we did cylinder and sphere. Those are the well, I wouldn't say they're the most challenging ones, but they're the weirdest ones because you got to use the string around the center to get the radius. Um, so if you have like, here I've got my little cube. If you're trying to find surface area and volume, you have to find the lengths of the sides. So you just take your ruler and figure out as best you can, as close you can, what the sides are. So that's pretty straightforward. Um, I wanted to talk about, you could also have a bigger box, a rectangular solid like this. Okay. I'm going to be building my own recycled transport vehicle out of some of these things. Um, let's see, the cone, if you have a cone, and here I've got a cone. I wouldn't use this on my project, obviously, but let's put it on this side. So a cone is similar to the sphere and cylinder where you have to find the radius of the base. And you do the same thing. You take your string, you wrap it around as close to the bottom as possible, and then figure out that circumference divided by 2 pi, you'll get your radius. The height, you can estimate it by doing this sort of thing, trying to get as perpendicular as you can and as level as you can. That's one way to do it. Another way you could do it is using some geometry, using Pythagorean theorem. Because if you were to cut this cone in half, you would see that there's a right triangle. There's actually 2 right triangles that would make up each side of the cone. And so you can use like half, you can use the radius of the bottom, and then you can use the slant height, which again you could measure by tilting the ruler and getting the slant height, and then using Pythagorean theorem to get the actual perpendicular height. And that'll give you a more accurate one. Okay, so that's a cone. And then on my last video, I'll talk about some of the weirder shapes that you might encounter.